I really like the HP Envy Move. It is a sleek, portable, all-in-one desktop that also has a built-in battery. Most times I see innovative products just like this one, I'm like, that's tech for tech's sake, and it doesn't have a proper use case. But this one is different. It's darn useful. But before I tell you why I like this device and who I think should buy it, I want to give you a heads up. This is one of my rare sponsored reviews. I'm incredibly picky about what I recommend. My job is to pick the best possible devices for you. 95% of sponsorship requests that I receive, I reject. If I don't believe the product is truly special, I'm not going to put my name to it. So I want you to know that yes, this is a sponsored video, but it's also a genuine product that I like and have been using. Let me give you some examples of how I actually use it. Let's say it's a nice day and I want to sit outside and enjoy watching the latest esports match. I don't have a TV out there, so I'm left with either just watching it on a laptop or on my phone. Both of these have small screens and subpar sound. Now I can just pick up the HP Envy Move by its comfortable carry handle and walk it outside. The Envy Move has a large 24-inch display and built-in battery. Once I've found the spot I want to place it, I just put it down and the legs automatically pop out to keep it standing up. Then I pull out the included wireless keyboard and trackpad from the stow area on the back, and now I can enjoy watching my favorite match. What you'll immediately notice with this machine is just how impressive the speakers are. Seriously, they are really, really good. Decent bass, nice stereo separation, reasonably clear, and they get ludicrously loud. I'd say not quite as good as my Bose external speakers, but very close to them. And much better than the speakers on a laptop. And yes, I'm even including the MacBook Pro 16 speakers here. Anyway, back to how useful this device is. I'm a terrible cook. But with this device, I can literally place it on the kitchen countertop and read a recipe while I'm watching some YouTube videos on how to cook tofu. It's even a touchscreen. And the speakers I mentioned before are so loud, I could even hear them clearly over the loud noise coming from my cooking exhaust fan. And if I want to adjust the volume, there is a volume rocker conveniently placed on the side of the device. Anyway, once I'm all done with my terrible cooking and ready to relax, I can place the Envy Move next to the bath and just watch a movie. But this device is so much more than just a large portable screen for consuming content. I remember when I was a student in a dorm and I had very little space. I would have loved to have had this instead of an external monitor. It would have given me so much flexibility. I can use it on a desk as a computer to study with, enjoying the large display, and it's not too large that it would have been obnoxious in my dorm room. And as a 75Hz refresh rate, 1440 resolution display, information on screen looks nice and crisp, and I was able to see a decent amount of content without needing to squint. By the way, this is pretty rare for all-in-ones costing less than $1,000. Most in that price range have lower 1920 resolution screens and only support 60Hz. Anyway, once I'm ready to relax, I can place the Envy Move at the end of my bed and plug in a gaming console. Yes, the HDMI port on this device is for HDMI in, not out. FYI, if you do want to use an external monitor, the USB-C port can be used for DisplayPort out. But I think one of the biggest use cases for this device is for all those people who are working from home, particularly from small apartments. This gives you a large screen computer that is really flexible. Today, if you feel like working from the small desk that you have in your apartment, you can do that. Maybe you feel like working from your dining room table instead. You can pick this up and simply put it there. And if you've got guests coming around, you can easily store it out of sight. The legs just disappear into the computer, which makes it very easy to store. And yes, you could do this with a laptop, but having a large screen all-in-one definitely feels more luxurious to use than working off a laptop's small screen. So as you can see, I think there are a lot of people who will really like this all-in-one. And in addition to what I just mentioned, it's got very little fan noise and the webcam has a privacy shutter. But I want to be clear and transparent about what this device is and what it is not. It is 100% powerful enough for working from home logged into your corporate network. It is powerful enough for surfing the net and watching movies. In fact, it's very snappy for that. But that is absolutely it. I don't want anyone buying the HP Envy Move thinking it's good enough for something like software development or professional creative work. It is not fast enough for those tasks. It uses Intel's low-power 13th Gen i5U processor and only has 8 gigs of non-upgradable memory. Plus, it doesn't have the right screen for professional color work. The colors are perfectly good enough for viewing content on the screen, but just not accurate enough for professionals. And on the screen, we measured 300 nits of brightness, which is totally fine for a monitor, but it isn't the brightest of displays. Please be aware though that a 300 nit desktop screen will be easier to read content from than a 300 nit laptop screen. That's because its display is just much larger. That being said though, I would not recommend using this device outside in direct sunlight. It's just not bright enough for that. And talking about using this device out and about, HP claims it lasts 4 hours on battery. We independently tested it and only got 3.5, and that was when we lowered the brightness to 200 nits and played a Netflix video on repeat over Wi-Fi. So good enough to watch a long movie on, but not that much more. I'd bring the charger with you. With that in mind, one thing I really wish this had was support for USB-C charging. Given how portable it is, it's unfortunate that I just can't charge it via its USB-C port. You have to use the included 90-watt barrel pin charger. That would have been really nice, as I already have plenty of USB-C chargers around the house. Hopefully HP adds this in the next version. And as I mentioned, this all-in-one has super innovative and convenient legs that just pop out as you place it down on a surface. Now, you can angle it forward and back, which is good, but the issue is that you can't raise or lower it. And there's no VESA mount points. There is a solution though. Buy a monitor riser. Not only will it look super cool on your desk, but it will be more space efficient. And of course, it will help with the ergonomics of using this machine. I'll place a link down below to some of the ones we like. Next, I personally find the combined keyboard and trackpad that this comes with really good and handy when using the computer around the house, but it's not ideal when using it for productivity. I'd suggest you consider buying a mouse to go with it. Also, the keyboard part is quite decent, but it doesn't have any feet to angle it up, so I didn't find it as comfortable as other keyboards which do that. You may want to consider an external keyboard too. It's not necessary, but I just wanted to point that out. Heck, I wrote this entire review on this keyboard and I found it totally fine and comfortable. So overall, I really like the HP Envy Move. I've been using it a lot since I got it, in various places around the house, just like I said. I found it super useful and, to be honest, luxurious when compared to what I used to do, which was consume content on my phone. And if you're a student who wants to just carry an iPad to class but have the benefits of a large screen desktop at home, this is perfect. It is very compact and gives you many other benefits like HDMI in for attaching gaming consoles, and it has great sound. And if you're an office worker who works from home and you aren't doing anything intensive, this computer is perfect. And as I mentioned, it's reasonably priced with an MSRP of under $1,000 for the i5 model. The link to the HP Envy Move is in the description below. Well, that's all for today, folks. Let me know with a comment below what you think of this device. Make sure to smash the like button and get subscribed. Not only will it help this channel continue to grow, but it makes my mother very proud. Till next time, go do something awesome with your day, and I will catch you later.